Hi, Aries. This is going to be your love message from June 22nd through the 27th. It's good for the sun, rising moon, or Venus sign of Aries. Keep in mind, as always, this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading, so it won't resonate with all of you because it isn't meant for just one of you. Check your rising moon or Venus sign. You could find messages there. I will have all 12 zodiac signs up in the next couple of days. I usually do fire signs on Tuesdays, but I'm a little bit ahead of it, and I did want to read for you guys today. I felt your energy pretty strongly, Aries. If you want a message to resonate with you 100%, book a private reading with me about health, wealth, love, or your spiritual path. The link to my website to schedule is in the description below. Okay, let's get into it for you, Aries. So, oracle cards that came out for you: passion, facade, growth, and renewal in reverse. So I think there has been a lot of passion in your relationship, or there was, but facade is coming out as well, and growth. And in this oracle deck, you'll notice that like weeds are growing up in this room here. So there could be some facades, like someone could be wearing a mask in some way and masking something, or this could even be a dream that you're having in some way. And I think that there is growth potential in the relationship, but you have to find the roots and see if your relationship is still really rooted and grounded. And I think that there are some weeds kind of growing up in it to some degree that need to be tended to before this all gets overgrown. This also looks like a waiting room to a hospital or something, like you're waiting for something and it's just growing weeds. And yes, there's been passion, but there's also been some kind of a facade. And renewals here in reverse, you could have been dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. You want renewal, but you're not sure that there's enough growth potential, like you're waiting for spring or something. Interesting. What's between you and your person is temperance. This is the mutual energy. And temperance can come off as kind of aloof, and it's very calm, it's very moderate. You don't show a lot of emotion. It's not too passionate, it's not too emotional. You're trying to find the purpose of the relationship. You are trying to find calm and peace and balance. You could think this person is your soulmate. But temperance is a good card, but temperance does suggest sort of almost a passiveness and an aloofness between the two of you. You see yourself as the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords, Aries. Some of you have air in your chart, or you've been dealing with an air sign or a Taurus. Um, you see yourself, and this for Aries and cross watchers, I don't recommend cross watching, but I know people do it. If you're a cross watcher, reverse the roles, but I'm only going to read it from the point of view of Aries. Aries, you see yourself as being the one to come up with a solution. You see yourself as being detached in the relationship and being very independent and trying to have clear boundaries. You also see yourself as the Hierophant. So you see yourself as a little older, a little wiser. You seem to see yourself as the one that's taking a modest approach. This could have to do with upholding conformity and tradition and wisdom and knowledge and community and family values and the system in some way. So I think you see yourself as being the one that's very grounded and coming up with a solution. Your person is showing me that they see themselves as the Queen of Cups and strength. For some of you, this is a same sex relationship or a familial relationship or friendship, but not necessarily. Everyone thinks it's romance, so it could be romantic. This person could be focused on a water sign. They could have water in their chart. They could have Leo in their chart, possibly. They see themselves as being, you see yourself as creating sort of a detached, intelligent environment, and you're coming up with solutions that everyone else and society at large would respect. Your person sees themselves as wanting this Queen of Cups energy, which is different than the Queen of Swords. Very emotional with this cup of love to give. And they also see themselves as strength. They see themselves as trying to have strength of character. They might come off as reserved. They might appear to be holding back in some way. They see themselves as trying to do the right thing and trying to be the gentling influence in this situation. They might be using a lot of love to be very persuasive with you. They see themselves as having strength of character. You both seem to see yourselves as having strength of character. There is a lot of calm and passivity between the two of you. I do have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so I think you guys both have something to say to each other. And I think that you do feel a heart to heart connection, but I also have the Devil here, which suggests some insecurities addiction, restriction, desire, something not good for us. Someone has some issues that they might not be aware of or they might not be addressing. There could also be somewhat of an obsessive quality to the relationship, or someone's got problems. I do have the Seven of Swords here as well. Someone's not being entirely honest. So let's see what comes out for you guys in your feelings. I always like to drop a few cards and then listen and meditate. That's why I do that, so I can get a feel for what's going on. Spirit, show me Aries, Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus of Aries. From June 22nd through the 27th, how do they feel about this person in focus? That's how you see yourself. King of Cups in reverse. So I've got the King and Queen of Cups in reverse. So if you're a feminine, Aries, and you're dealing with a masculine, you think that they're not very emotionally balanced or compassionate or diplomatic. Or you yourself can't create that loving, emotionally compassionate and diplomatic environment for them. You feel the need to be detached, play by the rules. You do seem to see yourself as being very affected by what society at large has to say, friends, family. This could be anything from university, government, church, that kind of thing. You're having a hard time being compassionate and diplomatic with them at this point. There could be some indulgences at play. The Moon in reverse, you have a lot of uncertainty moving forward. This is Pisces energy. When the Moon is in reverse, we begin to see things that we either couldn't see before or didn't want to see. It's repressed emotion bubbling to the surface, trying to release fear, trying to face uncertainty. The Devil. So you're having some issues with this person. Why is the Devil here? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Is this about family and money? Are you staying in a situation where you feel like there's not going to be a lot of long-term success? Okay. You could be dealing with a Capricorn as well. But there seems to be something happening here for you. Please tell me why the Devil is here. That's not entirely good for you. You could be really going through some stuff. You might feel really chained and bound to this person. You might feel a lot of desire for them. The Eight of Swords in reverse. I think you're starting to see that you won't have long-term stability in this situation. This could be about family, money, or divorce. I think you're also starting to see that you've been trapped in a situation and felt like the victim, and you don't want to feel that way anymore. You have a pretty strong inner critic at this point, but you don't want to be trapped in this situation. You seem to want to take the smart path and the path of self-embetterment. The Taurus energy can be a little stubborn. Not necessarily, though. How do you view your person in focus? You really want commitment. You care about what friends and family think. You see them as the Tower in reverse. How else do you see them? Scorpio here. You see them as the Page of Cups in reverse. You see this person as a little immature and creatively blocked up. You might see this person as having broken dreams to some degree, not wanting to open up emotionally to you. A child could be involved. Not necessarily, though. You also see them as sort of refusing to let the tower fall. You might see them avoiding disaster with you and not opening up emotionally. Conversely, you might think that any big sudden things that have happened between the two of you, they have not allowed for that to be an opportunity to tear things down and rebuild. Okay, what action does Aries want to take towards this person? What action does Aries want to take towards this person? Temperance, you're going to be calm, cool, and collected. The Sun in reverse. I think at this point you're kind of pessimistic. You might be operating under a little bit of a false impression, but I think you feel like the sun has gone down on this relationship. Six of Swords. Yeah, you're going to move on to calmer waters. You're lacking a little bit of playfulness here. I'm getting this sort of vibe of I am an island. I am the Queen of Swords. I am detached. I am the older, wiser one here. I'm going to play by the rules. I'm going to follow the path of self and betterment. No, I cannot be very diplomatic here with you. Yes, there's something not right between me and this person with the devil, and I don't want to feel trapped. I need to move on to something calmer. I need to have peace and harmony and perspective in my life. Yes, I feel a connection to you, but I'm going to move on to something calmer, and you can either come with me or not. The sun is in reverse here for you. So you're probably a little pessimistic at this point. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see what this person's energy shows us. They see themselves either focusing on a water sign, or they see themselves as being loving or wanting a loving relationship. They might be focused on a Queen of Cups. They could be a Queen of Cups. It's always interesting the way people see themselves versus the way the rest of us see them. How do they feel about Aries? How do they feel? No, that's not right. How do they feel about Aries? How does this person feel about Aries? The Tower in reverse. Well, they feel the way you see them. They are going to avoid disaster with you at this point. They also might refuse to allow things to really suddenly change and shift. Nine of Pentacles. This person cares about money. This person cares about impressing the outside world. This person wants to feel self-sufficient and single and abundant. I just heard someone doesn't want to lose something because it will threaten their independence, in particular financially. Eight of Swords in reverse, they too are trying to free themselves for somewhat of an emotionally karmic feeling situation. How do they really feel though? Seven of Cups. This person has choices, and they are exploring all their options. And this person... And this could also be an extension of you, Aries. Like you really love them and you're trying to be strong in this situation as well. They just told me that for some of you, this was an extension of you with this person. But they have choices. They do a lot of wishful thinking too. How do they view Aries? What is their opinion of Aries? This isn't who you are. This is like this person's opinion on the situation. How do they view Aries? They view you as the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Well, first of all, some of them think that you won't get a job. They might think you're procrastinating in some way. They think that you don't want to manifest with them. They might also think you psychoanalyze things to try to learn from failure, but that you're lacking manifesting something with them or in some part of your life. Doesn't mean you are, just means that's how they see the situation. Page of Wands. They see you wanting to be very free-spirited and discover more and communicate passionately, but that you don't want to actually develop something in the 3D. I just heard settle down. They think you won't settle down. So they're viewing you in a very different way than you see yourself. And this could have to do with children or going to school or work or exploring and studying things. How else does this person see Aries? They see you as the King of Cups, or they see you wanting a King of Cups. This was in the reverse, but it flew into the upright. So I have a King and Queen of Cups on the table. The two of you could be married. I get the feeling that you guys kind of want to work it out, but something has to manifest in the 3D. I just heard something about money, somebody having issues with money. I don't know who that is. Someone caring about it, someone caring about things. I'm also seeing credit card debt, even though, yeah, that didn't necessarily come out. That's not true for everybody, but it must be true for somebody because I just heard it very loud and clear just now. Okay. What action do they want to take towards Aries? They too are the Sun in reverse. So neither one of, okay, I'll be honest. The Sun in reverse is operating under a false impression. Neither one of you have all the facts. You're either being overly pessimistic or optimistic. An inner child is coming out. The ego is getting in the way. You both might need to lighten up a little bit. Neither one of you really have clarity, I guess. And you both might feel like the sun's setting on the relationship to some degree. And the moon and the sun did come out. So a lot of duality. Feeling two ways at once, maybe. The Empress. Interesting. Four of Wands in reverse. Who's this Empress? This is a Taurus or a Libra. This is a married woman. This is a woman that gets what she wants. She is in charge, high standards, creative, mommy, wifey, boss lady. This is the action they want to take towards you. This person might be clinging to an Empress energy, or they're trying to embody it. Interesting. What's underneath this Empress? Four of Pentacles. Who's this Empress holding all the purse strings here? This person also with the Four of Wands in reverse wants some kind of transition or a change. You guys might be moving. This person might want to deconstruct the foundation. It's like they're not showing you a lot of stability, but they seem to be showing you some kind of a commitment and clinging to that. This is an interesting reading. Okay, what does this person really want? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This person might want a divorce, but they also want to maintain all the money and control to some degree. Or this could have to do with family, long-term financial contributions. Someone just might not be ready for like long-term if it's new. Ten of Cups. So there are two endings here. I'm seeing family, marriage. This person might want happiness. And they might want to stay in charge, but they might not want to contribute to something long term. This person wants some transcendence and some endings, but they're going to have to let the tower fall. They might not want to move. I'm seeing two cards of maybe moving or relocating with the tower and the Four of Wands, both in reverse. What else does this person really want? What does this person really want? How do they really feel? The Hierophant. Is this a marriage, or is there a lot of family pressure and having to uphold societal norms? Something about government, something about a bank, something about tradition, values, having to play by the rules in some way. Two of Wands. This person has more than one choice. They need to discover more. And someone's ego is very bruised here in this situation with the Six of Wands in reverse. Someone's had to get down off of their high horse, mingle amongst the commoners. Someone might be having a hard time communicating. Okay. What's between them? What's between these two? King of Wands. Who's that? So we've had a King of Wands and a King of Cups show up. A King of Cups is very loving and will commit and be a serious romantic partner and a great husband and dad and all that. But the King of Wands will do that too, but he's more of a bachelor and likes attention, and he's very fiery and passionate. There could be a King of Wands between the two of you, or someone wants to be more of a King of Wands and doesn't want to be that King of Cups. We could also have, I just heard the weirdest thing. This is true for at least one person. There is some kind of identity crisis about who you are as a person. The Hermit, a Virgo could be between the two of you. Someone is withdrawn but wanting attention, or one person wants a lot of attention and won't make any moves to get it, just wants it. And another person might be very withdrawn. Three of Pentacles. This could be a triangulation of some kind. Three of Pentacles is where we cooperate and work together, but usually one person very much wants to be recognized and rewarded for what they're doing. Someone could be very focused on career as well. This is interesting. What are the challenges? What are the challenges? Seven of Cups. Well, one of the challenges is one or the both of you has more than one choice. One of the challenges, someone is just doing a lot of wishful thinking and living in an illusion. There was facade. So some of you are in a relationship where you're really having to put up a facade out of pressure in some way. But the Seven of Cups, wishful thinking, distracted, overwhelmed, not really knowing where you stand. What are the other challenges? Someone just wants their choices. Five of Cups in reverse. One of the challenges is everybody needs to forgive themselves and each other and move on from personal setbacks. Also, somebody might not care as much as they should. Like someone's already just over this. Four of Pentacles, and someone's being a miser and holding back. If this has to do with money or resources, someone is very controlling of it. Very much so. But someone's just restricting their heart chakra, holding back, holding on, won't let go of the past, won't open up. But I suspect someone's maybe holding on to the money in the foundation in that way, restricting funds in some way maybe. And somebody's mother might be involved with that Empress. Not necessarily, but for some of you. What's Aries going to do this week? What action is Aries going to take? Ten of Wands. This is a heavy burden. And that dress is on fire. You are really trying to complete a cycle here. You feel like you're doing it all alone, Aries. King of Cups. It's in the upright. I feel like you're having a hard time like expressing a lot of emotion. Someone is trying to be compassionate and diplomatic. I think it's possible that you're also holding on to the idea that your person will be this way with you. The Sun in reverse. And yet there's not a lot of clarity here. A sun could be in the mix as well. You might be having a hard time being very expressive in this moment. Someone also might be very indulgent in some way with the King of Cups. Okay, what's your person going to do? What's Aries' person going to do? Four of Cups in reverse. This person's kind of dead on their ass emotionally. They're not sighing and moping and wishing and wondering what to do. They are tired of just emotionally reevaluating this all the time. I just heard, I don't want to be bored. King of Swords in reverse. This person's also probably being a little bit of a jerk. We've had a couple of kings show up now and a couple of queens show up. Lots of court cards. There could be more than one person involved. You could be seeing different aspects of a person's personality. A King of Swords and a King of Wands will be somewhat detached, aloof, consummate bachelors. This person wants to get the last word. They can't come up with a good strategy here. They might be angry. They might even misuse their power. This person does not like that they have lost control. And they can't be smart. If you're dealing with an air sign, they want none of it. They feel detached. Ten of Swords. This person, be careful that this person isn't like messing with your head and telling you that they're so incredibly painfully hurt. They might be. I'm seeing a lot of endings here. All four tens have come out. So endings. Is it going to be a happy ending? And if so, what will happen with funds and resources and the karmic empire? It's a burden for you, and this person's angry and saying they're hurt. What's going on with this King of Swords in reverse to this Ten of Swords? Two of Wands. This person does have more than one choice, though, underneath this hurt. I'm not saying that they're not hurt. They also might be going through some kind of a health crisis. I'm not saying that they're not hurt, but underneath all that, they're pretty empowered to move forward. And they also did feel as though they were the Nine of Pentacles. They care very much about money and funds. The Emperor. Yeah, this person wants a lot of control. A lot. They want to be in charge. They might want to stay legally married, or they might not show you a lot of emotion. This person wants control, and they might say, you've really, really hurt me to get that control. They might have also gone through some kind of a health thing as well. Six of Pentacles in reverse. There is a lack of equal give and take between the two of you. One-sided, unpaid debts could be an issue as well. Someone being gullible and just giving and giving and giving and now wanting to receive, or someone just wants to receive and won't even things out. Make sure you take good care of yourselves. Four of Swords. This is stressful. Knight of Wands. Passionate in reverse is very on again, off again. Six of Cups in reverse. Haunted by the past as well. Knight of Pentacles. Someone does want to work hard. but they'd have to give up the passion. They're pulling back. They're saying we're finished. All right, Aries, that's your reading from the 22nd through the 27th. If this resonates with you, I do hope it helps you. This was an intense reading, so I hope it helps. Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. I love reading for Aries. I'm a Libra. I'm right across the wheel from you guys, so I love your sign. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Aries. Take care of yourselves. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.